Hello, welcome. Welcome to today's reading about abundance, more so about money. We're talking about money today. Um, that is coming up in the reading today. I did lay my cards out in advance, and so we're going to take a look at money because that's what's coming out. So we're going to read what is coming up for today. Like, share, comment. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, where we take a look at um, energies, we take a look at predictions, we take a look at issues that could be coming up around healing and moving forward and transformation. I really feel like it's the core of what Spirit has been dealing with over the past year. And so today we're tapping into the energy of money, obviously. Okay, so we're going to go there and see what we're talking about. Like, share, comment. If you are just passing through and you like the content, you like the energy, feel free to subscribe. Okay. And so I am going to jump right in for the sake of time. And so as I pulled out the cards, there were some very interesting cards that came out. We have the Page of Wands that came out first. We also have the Page of Pentacles that came out. We have the Knight of Wands that came out. And then lastly, the Queen of Pentacles that came out. And so, yeah, I got to drop something at least once during the reading, or else it's not even a reading. Um, so starting with the Page of Pentacles, it feels like as it pertains to money, this could be a time of investment, right? Your attitude toward your emotional attitude towards money right now could be one where you're feeling like you're just starting something or you're learning like how to handle your money in a different way. Maybe you're studying or learning to emotionally be equipped, right, to handle finances, right? There's different aspects to how we look at money. Like some of us handle money emotionally, some of us handle money intellectually, some of us handle it from a spiritual perspective. So we're going to look at different ways that's coming out here today. So emotionally, the Page of Wands comes out, which says that this could be you recognizing your attachment style when it comes to money, spending money or handling money. You could be learning, right, in order to um, appropriate the money correctly when it comes to emotions. What I mean by that is like some people, when they get upset, they go shop, right? They handle money emotionally. For some, that's a way that they cope, right, with difficulties when emotions run high or when emotions become a little bit unstable. This is necessarily pointing to this card, the Page of Wands, which carries that kind of energy. It's young, it's moving, it's full of energy. It's almost a little bit um, even unfocused, like ADHD. I hate to say that, use that as an example, but it's like just going with not a lot of direction or control. But there's some energy around possibly having new skills that you're looking to right now in order to utilize money in a better way, right? You could be redirecting your monies right now into investments, right? I'm seeing that too with the Page of Wands. There's some transformation to how you're emotionally dealing with money. You could come into the awareness that there is that attachment. So there's some change that's happening currently with how you're handling money. With the Page of Pentacles coming out, this talks about the intellectual attitude which again is one of learning something. You could possibly be doing a course that's teaching you about money management skills or how to use money, right, as a tool, right? So there's some learning with the Page of Pentacles. This is learning, studying, having a new project or plan that you're putting in. Investments is coming out heavily. You may have decided to reroute money that you would usually utilize freely through this Page of Wands more strategically. And now you're sending it and funneling it to an investment account or some type of investment resource, right? The Page of Pentacles brings in that energy. And I feel like this comes in through wanting to address the overactivity or the lack of direction when it comes to finance. It's trying to curb that activity intellectually. This is understanding what's going on, maybe emotionally, and putting things in place or trying to learn new strategies or put into place new habits that's going to redirect and utilize monies in a different way. Maybe even to the point where you're looking and you're understanding that money is, a tool. That's all it is. It's a tool, not necessarily personalizing money and giving it like a level of authority, but it's a tool to utilize. So, there may be different aspects to how you're viewing money right now that's changing how you handle it in this moment. Now, with the Knight of Wands coming out here, we're now talking about the practical attitude. And so this is your practices that you have in place around money. And it says it's risky with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is not too far advanced from the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands has very young, childlike energy tendencies. The Knight of Wands is a little bit more learned. The Knight of Wands can take instructions and carry them out, but there's still much to be learned. And so the practical, it's almost like starting something new, but still needing to master it and bring it into, some level of concrete practice, right? And so the Knight of Wands talks about risky energy, practical, still being like untrained, undisciplined with the money at this point practically. Through the practices, this is what's showing up here. And so you could have like a really relaxed, not that it's bad or good, it's just pointing to the energy around how you're dealing with money. You could have a very relaxed attitude, or maybe you're moving from that energy more into something a little bit more constructive, or there's some new idea that's entered in where you want to increase what you have or maximize it, or maybe you're wanting to acknowledge what you've been given and be responsible with it. And practically, though, it's almost like there's still work to be done because this still is a little bit, loose with the money and a little bit risky, a little bit open, and just fly by the handle type of activity. Throw caution to the wind when it comes to money. So the practical attitude towards money is still very loose and unstructured, undisciplined in many ways, though it could be abundant. I do get the energy of abundance here. It could be abundant, but it's still, there's ways that it could actually be utilized to your advantage still more. Now, when we look at it spiritually, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Interestingly enough, because the Queen of Pentacles is super mature, right? It's someone who balances very well, but this is from a spiritual perspective. So you could be someone who looks at benevolence in a very high way. Like this could be very high on your list. Like you take pride and you prioritize doing things for others and supplementing for others where there is a lack. The Queen of Pentacles believes in coming together and working out solutions when it comes to money where it counts, like when it comes to helping others. And so there's a very large, I think probably the biggest part of your light when it comes to your finances is in the area of benevolence with the Queen of Pentacles. And she's very balanced, very abundant, right? Very connected and emotionally, financially, spiritually, very abundant. And so a lot of that energy could be being poured towards others right now. And so all these energies where you're trying to bring things back into balance or find other ways to better utilize the funds, it could absolutely be because you give a lot, because you actually prioritize others a lot and help others a lot. And, there's some level of helping that's very top at your priority list here, because spiritually you're the Queen of Pentacles, and so that's huge. And so as it pertains to money, I do feel like you could possibly be trying to change some things right now. There could be some transforming of habits, of mindsets, of just coping, with everyday stress, how money equates into all of those different areas of your life. It seems like everything is like actually in a moment of transformation. And it feels like overall there's the desire to better utilize what the inflow, right? So that you can increase it and maximize it. Investments did come out here with the Page of Wands. With the Seven of Pentacles, there could be some investments that you are considering and trying to reroute the money towards something that's going to be more fruitful in the long term. Now, I did pull out some oracle cards just to kind of look at a greater aspect of what we're talking about and see if we can get more information here. And so it looks like that at some point in time, the first oracle card that came out is Elevator. At some point in time, there was a moment of leveling up, I'll say, with Elevator. There's a moment of rising that happened as it pertains to your money. It feels like there wasn't always the abundance of money. Like there could have definitely been hard times. You may come from a very humble beginning. It doesn't mean that it's that way right now. This talks about past energy and where you've possibly come from and how you have possibly created or taken advantage of circumstances to rise out of your condition. Whatever it was in the past, it's better than it was, because there is some elevation that has happened here when it comes to your money. Okay. Some challenge that you may have had, and it could be the challenge of rising from some situation of poverty. Doesn't have to be, it could be rising from some situation where the situation you sit in now is much better than it was, right? Money wise. And this is really equated to your desire too. There was a desire. And so you intended and you intentionally worked on this. And I do see that there's a level of skill and mastery that was successful. You may be challenging yourself in this moment to rise up again, to level up again in some type of way. Yeah. So this card talks a lot about being ambitious, even in getting where you are right now. Okay. Now, right now, you come out as celebrity. Celebrity. And currently, this is almost like in the moment right now, right where you are, there's a level of success. Even, I would even say, with celebrity, it almost feels like a level of fortune, even. Yeah. Shine like the star that you are. There's some level of fortune in this current moment, and it may even bring a level of fame to you with where you are right now. I feel like for some reason, when it comes to money, there's a light shining in your direction for some type of way. There's something being illuminated about where you are right now. There's something about you standing out and being visible for everyone. I don't know what that is, but this is about you shining right now in this moment. This could have something to do with where you've brought yourself today as it pertains to something that you do, your gifts, your talents. Um, Life may have allowed you to utilize some aspect of your own being to actually advance forward to this moment. And you stand in a place of success in that, right? Like I said, there was some escalation or elevation, rather, that has happened from the past to now. Now, as we move forward to the future, we have Alien that came out for future. And Alien talks about accepting. We talk about money, accepting that you're different, you're one of a kind, your path is not like anyone else's. I feel like Spirit is definitely saying, as it pertains to the future for you, this is something that's really has been ascribed for you and only you. There's something different, right, that no one else will be able to attest to when it comes to money. And I can't help but think like this could possibly be some level of fortune coming towards you in the future, something that's going to separate you from everybody. Like when we think of the 1%, right? Not everybody makes it to that bracket. There's very few people that have that type of experience or testimony. There's something like that happening here for you in the future. And abundance doesn't always mean material abundance. This could be just being able to reach a place where you will never be in lack again. There's this just flow, right? From all, and when I think of the energy around this oracle card, Alien, this has some connection to a universal energy. When we talk about an alien, this is someone who is not limited to the rules, to the principles, to the laws within one place, but they have access to everything and everything is connected. And so it almost feels like there's going to be an influx of material supply, of financial resources that you'll have access to. Does it mean that you're going to be rich one day? Not necessarily. It does not mean that either, but it just means that there's going to be an exception to your story in some type of way as it pertains to money. And it may place you in a place of the 1%. Okay. Now, the transition is coming in. I feel like this is the challenge. It's releasing old mindsets. That has been the focus here for this reading with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. There's some resets with practical, with mental, with emotional habits, and how we are thinking of the processes of utilizing money. This is coming in as a challenge for you, being able to release old programming and old attachments in preparation for what is coming. That is showing up as the struggle here, that transition, right? And you may even be in the middle, like not necessarily where you were in regards to habits and old patterns, but not necessarily you haven't arrived yet either. You're still very much like in that in between place where things feel a little uncertain. They feel uncomfortable. Like, should I go back to what I'm used to because it feels so familiar, or should I abandon it and just keep pushing forward to something new, right? But even in this period in time, it's important. This is coming in as the challenge. If you're in that in between, to remember to be thankful every step of the way. That is the connect between what was and what will be, is appreciation, gratitude, thankfulness. Whatever the situation, one of the best things that we can do is to learn to be thankful for what we have right here, right now, for what it is right here, right now. That's the recipe to open and invite more, to invite that next level, is to be appreciative. It's all about really understanding money as an energy, right? Not feeling like you are lacking something, but understanding that you have everything, even money in abundance. And yes, there is a struggle re-strategizing your mind to think that way. That could be around, like, the struggle right now is reprogramming how you think of money, right? Because we are what we attract, and the energy that we're in and that we give off, that's what we're pulling in. So it feels like it could be like a mind battle, having this rebirth around money right now. And so there's some transition that's happening. You may have to be dying, trying your hardest to die from old spending habits and patterns while you're birthing in this new energy and these new thoughts and actions towards your finances. And flying comes out to, actually, in our reading, this will be our last card. Flying just gives me the energy of success. Like, what other energy can describe what it would feel to be financially free other than flying, not being grounded or restricted to any one place, but being free to go, right? To move, to soar through the air, unrestricted, unhindered. Like, I feel like this is the energy Spirit is trying to encourage you about today when it comes to money. And again, I don't want to, leave you with the thought that, oh, one day I'm going to be rich or you're going to be rich. That's not what I'm saying. But this is all about a mindset. And it really is all about using what it is that you have right now. First of all, being thankful and understanding what a gift it is to have what you have right now. Second of all, being responsible with that. How can I utilize what I have to the highest potential, right? How can I invest it and grow it? How can I be responsible and share it, because I'm given, sometimes in abundance to help others. Like, how can I appropriate and balance in every area of my life, right? When it comes to finances. And this says that eventually that is the energy that you end up in. Flying, rising above, and able to see a higher point of view. And so there is some transformation that's happening with your monies. And I believe it's going to land you in a beautiful energy as it pertains to your financial situation, where you won't feel restricted. You won't feel, like you are bogged down when it comes to money. I feel like there's some level of freedom that's coming towards you. For some of you, it could be just an abundance of overflow of resources just coming in from every area, giving you that freedom. It could also be you being able to maximize and use what you have to your advantage. Either way, right? The result is the same. Okay. And so this feels really good to me. Um, I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles, which came out in your spiritual connection with the money, it's talking about you being able to step out and be like a source of help for others. There's something here that's hidden about your partnerships, something about you working or connecting with something or someone else that may, in fact, be that connection that was needed to just take you to that next level, right? But even before you get there, there's the need to manage and prepare for that next level with what it is that you have right now. That's what Spirit is saying, right? You want to be ready before you get to the next level. You want to prepare right now for that. And so this may be a time that you're doing that. Maybe Spirit is just giving you a heads up, like this is a time to go back to foundational, practical, things to get an understanding of where you are and how you can increase that and grow more wise and disciplined around your finances. That's what I'm getting here today. Lots of good energy. For some of you, this could talk about like abundance coming towards you in the future and to get ready for it. Okay. Receive it. Thank you for stopping by. It is Blood Moon Oracle sharing today's encouragement with you about money. Thank you. If it resonates, beautiful. If it doesn't, don't try to make it fit. Listen, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know how it resonates. Until next time, take care and